back to the Combat Sports Report. I'm your host, Nick Marcello. Today we are joined by a familiar face if you're watching the CSR Invitationals. My guest, Alex Bannan. Alex, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Nick. Thanks for having me. It's great to see you. Great to talk to you. I'm out here in a wonderful gray day in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time. It's a very different scene here. We're basically on the border of Mexico, so a little bit different scenery here. But I have a lot to cover with you here. We got to talk about the past. We got to talk about ADCC West Coast Trials. We got to talk about the future. But let's kind of fill the backlog first. So you've been a consistent presence pretty much since Chicago. We've seen you at Portland. We've seen you at the $5,000 Invitational. How would you describe your journey with CSR up to this point?
So I would say I have nothing but positive things to say about CSR. Um, Anyone who's not been on a CSR tournament, if you ever get the chance, I would say take it 100%. Uh, CSR is really, you guys have been the first people to really give me like a platform to really push me through to that next level. And yeah, it's been great. Every time it's been the most fun competition experience I've really had. You know, the rule set makes entertaining matches, and not only for the people watching, but even for the people doing jujitsu, you know. I've done a lot of points matches, a lot of, positional fighting in my jujitsu career, and it's fun to just go out there and have 7 minutes against a worthy opponent to try to put them out, you know. So,
Absolutely. And I
yeah.
mean, I think on our end, Chicago in particular, you really stood out. I mean, we had such a diverse crowd. I think just being so centrally located in the US, we had guys from the East Coast, we had guys from the Southwest. It was just kind of a big melting pot. And I mean, you're footlocking everybody. We saw you kind of run your game on, just about everybody that day. And I mean, I feel like every time we've seen you since then, you've been taking on bigger challenges, kind of stepping up. And, we've seen you at PGF qualifiers, most recently at ADCC trials. So, I mean, what is the biggest difference in your game that we've seen lately? I mean, you've been stepping up in competition, so I mean, what have you been working on to go along with that?
Yeah, to be honest, I've really been working on becoming more well-rounded. I would say when I was a blue belt and when I was really like coming up and starting to do these high-level tournaments, I had a really good guard and I had pretty good submissions. You know, I had good leg locks, good arm bars and triangles. But now you're gonna see a lot more well-rounded version of me. So I'm a lot better on top. My passing is leading me to more submissions. You know, I'm hunting the back constantly. It's real easy to get caught up in flashy jujitsu techniques, but to win these big combat sports reports, to win these big PGF tournaments, I'm gonna need to get on people's backs and strangle them for sure. So, becoming a better guard passer, becoming better at mixing up my strategy. So, not everyone you're just gonna be able to pull guard and leg lock in a minute. So, I'm getting a lot better at when that doesn't work, following up with getting on top and pinning and taking the back and submitting. So
Absolutely. I had a coach say to me one time, you've kind of built a game around eating blue belts, and I mean that's going to work locally. It's going to work even maybe even regionally. But once you get to a national level competitor who's been there, done that, and he's making his way around, he's seen it before. So I mean, you kind of do have to develop a game that works, not necessarily just in your neighborhood, but I mean against guys that have been around and they have a totally different style. So I mean,
right.
the Lake Effect team, you guys are you're everywhere. You guys are on every card. It seems like you're making the rounds, competing at, like I said, ADCC West Coast Trials, and you're making some noise while you do it. So I mean,
Yeah.
what is it about this small town? I mean, if you didn't know it existed, you'd have no idea it exists. And I mean, you guys are just kind of hanging with Brandon George, and we're seeing you guys like just come out here and like make some noise out of basically the middle of nowhere. So I mean, can you kind of talk a little bit about the team dynamic and what it is in the water over there?
Yeah, so it's almost halfway a joke, halfway not a joke, but we really do say that we're the Dagestan of America. Like you said, if you don't know of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, you might not even know we're on the map. And we live in a town. I live in a town of around 27,000 people, like 25,000 people. But actually, we train in Nagani, Michigan, which it has 8,000 people in it. So we're really a tight knit community, and our coach Nick Lauer. he's really built a loving community from the kids program all the way up to the oldest members. We're the probably one of the most closely knit teams you'll ever find. And I really do think that translates to competition too. Like it's not just me out there fighting. I have so much support. Not to mention too, we have the USOAC Greco-Roman wrestling program is just right here in Marquette. So I mean, we have all sorts of really good wrestlers, really good guard guys, really good athletes coming through. It's pretty surprising for how small of an area it is, but I think that all has started with the community that Nick has built, and we're not even necessarily like centered around competition. We're a community as a whole, and I think that makes our competitors just it gives us that much of an edge over everyone else, you know?
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, I remember this was way back in the day, probably like 2008 or so. I mean, instructionals just kind of started to become a thing, and I remember people talking about it, saying like, "Well, we're in the middle of nowhere, Nebraska, and I mean, we have a core group of guys that want to train, but I mean, it's hard for us just because we don't have so many people. So I mean, where there's a will, there's a way, and I mean, like you said, you guys
Right.
are kind of the Dagestan of America. Like just because you want to get to this level, I mean, that grit is irreplaceable. I mean, it's really cool to see. I mean, it's good to have a gym that's like not part of a giant affiliation, you know what I mean? Lake Effect Jiu-Jitsu
Right.
with the Rasta flag, up at the Northern Lights, it's a cool effect, and I mean, no pun intended, but, yeah,
Yeah.
it's just cool to see you guys, doing the thing, but, I have to talk to you about Portland real quick. So,
Yeah,
let's talk about Mercado's run. He took
for
2nd
sure.
in the absolute division, had a great run, really had a great run. I think he impressed a lot of people that day, and,
For sure.
emotions ran high in that finals match. I mean, those guys were all over the mat. It was like I don't even know. It's definitely close to midnight, if not past midnight at that point.
Yeah.
You were pretty vocal about the decision. So, I mean, looking back on it now, what's your take on it? What are your thoughts on it? And I mean, there's a potential for a rematch now. These guys have both signed up for the absolute division in Albuquerque. So, I mean, what are you thinking? Let's unpack all this.
Yeah, so obviously initially I was like pretty upset. Like I thought that Mercado has done enough to win. But looking back on it too, it's like that was one of the more entertaining jiu-jitsu matches I've seen, and there was no submission. You know, it was almost a positional fight from bell to bell. But I would really love to see that rematch happen in Albuquerque between Brandon George and between Jovan Mercado, because he can compete against anybody. I mean, and if he doesn't beat you the first time, he's gonna beat you the second time. You know, that man is a competitor through and through. And he's super great at wrestling, super great positionally, and we're gonna work on those kind of key mistakes that maybe didn't get him the decision. And we're gonna be coming back to try to put him away this time.
Absolutely, man. It's a great soundbite. So, you know, Jovan's got a Kingsway guy to worry about, and Bobby's lined up with a former B team, now Simple Man Jiu Jitsu guy. I mean, what are your thoughts going into that match as well? Have you guys taken a look at Steven Padilla at all? Or I believe it's Padilla, it might be Padilla, but I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah,
Padilla.
I've done a little bit of research. To be honest, I never heard of him until the match was confirmed. But I mean, respect to anyone coming from Simple Man Martial Arts, coming from Kingsway Jiu Jitsu. I did look all over his Instagram. I see that he has good leg locks. He loves the honey stick position. Um, he's out there. It looks like, from what I can gather, he's looking for legs. And no matter where he's looking to take the match, Bobby Wines will be ready for him. So Bobby Wines has great jujitsu. He's one of the craftier guys I've rolled, and he's only a blue belt too. So I'm super excited for that matchup.
Uh, I think Bobby's going to put a lot of people on notice. I mean, he got Jordan Bernal out of the gate. Jordan is a phenomenal wrestler, just anywhere, coast to coast. Jordan is top of the food chain. I mean, I've seen him out wrestle Caleb Crump in competition before. He's a dog.
Yeah.
And Bobby was able to reguard time and again. He was not allowing passes, and Jordan eventually had to jump over the guard to get a pass. So I
Right.
mean, just kind of speaks on how good Bobby is and how good he's at getting his limbs all sticky. So I mean, that brings us to you though. I mean, let's talk about it. So I just got word Matt Ferraiolo was coming out to Albuquerque. It just got confirmed last night. How do you feel about that match? I kind of hinted at it a little bit, but I mean, what are your thoughts on him as an opponent?
Yeah, I am honestly. beyond excited to compete against Matt Ferraiolo. I've followed him. I've known him since the first CSR. We go all the way back to Chicago. You know, he's out in Boston he's taking super fights before the $5,000 tournament. I mean, I have nothing but respect for that guy, and I'm super excited to compete against him. Obviously, when it comes to competition, I want to beat him. I want to submit him. He's got great credentials. I mean, CSR veteran, EBI veteran, UFC Fight Pass. I mean, he's got nothing but love for the game. If you ask him to compete and he'll say yes. So I've honestly always wanted this match for a long time, and I'm excited to have it on a platform like CSR Albuquerque. So I'm really excited for that one.
Well, I'm excited for it too. Let's hope it comes to fruition. I gotta run it by the old dog, the OG over here. But I mean, like you said, he's down to fight anybody. If somebody in the crowd was willing to throw on a kit, he'd be like, "Yo, let's do it, bro." So I mean,
Right.
we'll have to make some fun matchups. But in terms of the Southwest, have you ever been this way? What do you expect coming out here? Is it all tumbleweeds and cactuses? I mean, do you have any thoughts on coming out this way?
Oh my gosh. I have never been to New Mexico. I guess the furthest southwest I've been is for ADCC trials. You know, I went to Pomona, California. I went to Pasadena for that qualifier. I've competed in Texas, but I've never been to New Mexico or Arizona. I've never been anywhere out there, so I'd have to assume there's a few tumbleweeds and a little bit of desert, but maybe I'll be surprised.
I mean, where you guys are staying up in the high desert, it's definitely every once in a while, you hear the whoosh, the whip crack, and then toodaloo, wah, wah, wah. It's just you hear it off in the distance. It's weird, but no, it's
Yeah,
actually it's a really nice area. We're trying to kind of bring some authentic New Mexico vibes to the event. We're working with local vendors,
yeah,
so like really trying to give guys from out of state kind of a little taste of the area. And I mean, at one point, Albuquerque was kind of the spot. I mean, Jackson Wink kind of put it on the map. You were seeing UFC embedded here all the
right,
time. John Jones, Cowboy Cerrone, and it's kind of fallen off. But I mean, still a great place to train. Sunshine all year round. Tacos are cheap. I mean, just trying to
right.
kind of give guys from out of state, a little taste of what we have going on out here. But in terms of I guess traveling for competition, it seems like you guys always make sure you get out there and actually check out the surrounding area. I mean, how important is that to you and the team, I guess, to, just more than compete, but check out the scenery and check out the area?
Yeah, so that's a great question. I mean, even going back to talking about how closely knit our team is. I mean, every time we go out to compete, we're looking to put the world on notice. We're looking to win and win in a dominant fashion. But win, lose, draw, get submitted, don't get submitted, we are out there to have a great time, and we will always find some exploring to do. And again, that just brings us closer together too. We've got some guys riding the high of victory, some guys down in the dumps from defeat, but we're still gonna go out and eat some tacos and go climb a mountain or anything like that. So
Sounds good, man. I appreciate it. We'll line some stuff up for you guys too for the little embedded videos or camp chronicles. I gotta watch what I say, but we'll get it all lined up and we'll make sure you guys get a chance to check some stuff out, and we'll set you up for success. But this
yeah.
is my final question, and then we'll turn it over to you here. But for those that are not familiar with you, like you said, this is your first time coming to the Southwest. What can people expect in an Alex Bannon match? What can people expect from the Lake Effect team?
So in an Alex Bannon match, you can expect a very high pace. You can expect lots of submission attempts. You can expect lots of movement. Um, from the start to the finish of the match, I'm looking to put them out. So I can be down. You saw this at ADCC West Coast Trials. I pretty much got smashed for the entire match, and I fought out of like 8 submission attempts, and then was able to get a submission of my own, and I was able to finish the match with that one. So no matter what, no matter who I'm against, no matter how high profile they are, I'm always looking to get the submission. And that's what makes me so thankful for tournaments like Combat Sports Report or like PGF. Like these rule sets are the most exciting to me. And the whole time I'm looking to submit them. You know, no matter what position I'm in, I have submissions from everywhere. So, from the Lake Effect team, you can expect the exact same style. I mean, even though, Bobby Wines and Mercado, they've got two totally different styles, but the end goal is the same. They're looking to put people out, and they're both crafty in their own respect too, you know? So, we're
Absolutely. I would
a very
describe an Alex
relentless
Bannon
team.
match. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I thought you were done.
No, you're good. I was just saying we're a very relentless team, like Effect Jiu-Jitsu. You know, we've got all different styles in our gym, but we're always looking to put our competitors out.
Absolutely. I would describe an Alex Bannan match as it's almost like a cartoon. You see the cloud of smoke and there's just like a fist that pops out and like a foot that comes out. It's just constant motion from one side of the mat to the other. I mean, that's kind of what comes to mind. But
Yeah.
like I said, now's kind of your time. I'll turn it over to you. If there's anything we didn't cover, any shout outs, any thank yous, any call outs, anything like that, shoot, the floor is yours.
Yeah, so I guess I mean shout out to the entire Lake Effect Jiu-Jitsu team. You know, I don't want to start saying everybody's name because I'm sure I'll forget somebody, but I have countless people supporting me from the parents in the kids' classes to the kids themselves to everyone who trains with us. My parents are huge supporters of my jiu-jitsu career too. You know, neither my mom or dad ever trained jiu-jitsu, but they endlessly support me and help me to stay on track and keep pushing towards my goals. I would also like to shout out Abigail Swanson too, my awesome girlfriend. She she makes it easy for me to keep training and competing all across the world. You know, not many people have a girlfriend that you're like, "Oh, I'm going to the West Coast, the East Coast. I'm going to Albuquerque," and she's like, "Right on, dude."
Not only
So
that, she's down to fight as well. That's a totally different energy too. She's like, "I'll fight somebody in Albuquerque. Is she a chola? What's up?" Like that's a
yeah,
totally different vibe, man. We got to talk about that too offline. But we're working on something for Abigail. I have something cooking. So,
yeah, yeah, perfect. That's gonna be awesome.
well,
Yeah, so
Alex, oh, go ahead.
Me
Shoot.
me and Bobby Wines, we've got, like, the same style, you know, we're always training together. We've got, like, the funky, crafty guard game, berimbolos, leg locks, you know, and then what you can expect from Abby is just that Mercado style pressure, you know? She's been wrestling since the time she was 6 till now, you know, she wrestled all through high school, wrestled all through college, and transferred to jiu-jitsu in the last 3 years, you know, and, she's already competed against some pretty big names in jiu-jitsu too, so I'm super excited for her to debut on Combat Sports Report.
I'm very excited to have you guys out in the area. I think a lot of people don't understand the caliber of grappling that just comes out of the Midwest. It's just like it's very similar to out here, actually. We really don't have a major sports team. I mean, you guys, it's the Detroit Lions, but you're way on the other side. I mean, it's kind of
Right.
nothing to do but just grapple with each other. So, I mean, I'm excited to see it. I think it's going to be a good time. But Alex, I do thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate it. Thank you for kind of organizing everything too. I mean, it's definitely easier to kind of talk to a
Yeah.
team captain as opposed to 15 different people. So, I mean, I appreciate
Right.
you kind of rallying the team. So, thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for having me.